Introverts, wouldn't it be cool to like stop before thinking so much, stop over analyzing and looking at things before we actually engage with life and reality and people, places, things, just to just go in and see what it's like? What's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. I think about it all the time. I've tried for a decade, 2 decades to get into that extroverted realm of things. Us introverts, we spend a lot of time going through our heart, our head, our past experiences, or our imagination, where things could be going. And we do that at the expense of actually engaging in what is going on around us. For an introvert, the real world and what we consider to be the most trustworthy is what's going on inside of us. And until we make sense of that, until we understand how things are working, everything else is just overstimulation. And it's too much, too many things could happen, too many possibilities, too many different routes and actions that we could take, too many sensations. Like everything just kind of feels overwhelming until we can make sense of it, until we can process it, and then we take our actions. Like I like to just think of it like a piano or a guitar or something like that. Like it's there. I want to learn how to play the guitar. I should watch somebody else do it. I should look it up on Google and study it a little bit. It's right there. It's right there. Just take it. Just pick it up and fail miserably. It's such a hard thing to do. But it's an important lesson that we need. Like as an introvert, people do drain us. People just, it's a pulling, sucking energy. It's like we got a tube that's siphoning our energy out. People think that we're shy. Sometimes we are, but not always. People want us to go out, want us to like use up our time and energy going somewhere and then being in a bar or experiencing some new things that we don't really know much about. And like, hey, come out, come hang out. Let's go play games. Let's play board games. Let's chill. And it's not always easy for us. We fumble over conversation a lot of times. Like we're so in what is going on within us that when it comes time to participate, it becomes a little bit difficult. And when we are in those situations where it's just like 2 people or 3 people, maybe not everybody, but we're a lot of times okay with just letting things be quiet and having it just be a chill moment. You don't always need to talk about stuff. And that creates some really awkward moments for other people. I don't usually feel too strange about it. It could be that I'm an FP instead of an FJ, for example. It's funny, right? Like you're just sitting there and like, this person wants me to say something, but I'm cool. I'm good. I'm in here right now. I'm thinking about things. I'm processing. I'm trying to evaluate and understand how I'm feeling about this thing. And so it causes some strange issues. And I think it is a good thing to try to be more extroverted. Not because it changes you, not because it makes you somebody that you're not, but because it's tapping into resources that you are not fully growing naturally. Because it's such a difficult thing to listen to that extroverted voice within us, that it's important to actively try to grow it, to force yourself into situations where you get new experiences, where you take new actions that really helps you grow as a person and expands your comfort zone. You don't get overstimulated too much anymore. You don't get stressed out about all these different things going around you because you have more understanding of how things work. You're a little bit more acclimated and you know that you can cope with it. If we're talking about people draining you, people, stressing you out, taking your energy, if you were to interact with more people, you wouldn't really have that issue as much. Yes, it would still be there, but it's not going to be as like glaring on your radar. It's not going to be this big like flashing beep beep beep, danger, danger, you're losing your energy, because you can get it back. And you can also get it back through being with other people who have been mapped onto your comfort zone, your understanding of how reality works. People that aren't going to throw you curveballs and things like that and just do something really out of left field that you never expected. Because you've experienced more. You've done more things, and it's a struggle. You gotta get over that, though. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep trying to do it. It makes life a lot easier. People won't think that you're shy anymore, or as shy, because you're a little bit more conversational. You can be who you are. You don't need to spend all your energy. You don't need to constantly talk and do all this fluff talk and chit chat, small conversation. I don't think a lot of people like that anyway, right? But for introverts, it feels like it really sucks, because we want to get to a deeper understanding of things quicker without having to go through all those layers of nonsense. And it becomes a bit easier. Like, you don't struggle with finding something to talk about because you've talked about so many things, intentionally pushing yourself out of that comfort zone, asking questions that maybe you didn't pre-think, that you just threw out there, right? Starting conversation with new people, it's not usually going to be a bad thing. I can't think of many times where somebody has done some response that has been completely mind-wrecking or horrible for me. I don't think I can think of any, but kind of leaving that as a little empty area. Maybe I blocked it out, but I don't think I did. But people are generally nice, and they're going to be responsive. They're going to understand your situation a little bit. It's not going to be a big deal. But the key takeaway from all this is that if you want to be more extroverted, if you want to tap into your auxiliary function, that companion, that mentor aspect to yourself that's really pushing you to grow and experience the other side of life, you just got to do it. You have to make the reason for doing it so much bigger and more meaningful and powerful and pulling or pushing. And I felt, for me, what did that is that I want to understand myself more. That's a really good thing for introverts to think about. Like, I want to understand myself more. So if I put myself in new contexts, new situations, then I'm going to learn more about myself. Instead of keeping things safe around me, like put myself in dangerous or wild situations. I'm not saying hurt yourself, but shake things up so that you can learn more about yourself, so that you can become more comfortable in who you are and in the world around you, because you're not going to be able to escape this place. It's everywhere. Around you is everywhere around you. You can't escape the extroverted realm of things, and you don't want to, because you wouldn't have any more stimulation. You wouldn't have any understanding of what's going on. You're going to funnel and funnel and funnel and refine and refine and refine these experiences or thoughts or whatever they are, details, until there's nothing more to live. Okay, so it's really important for you to get out there and to do stuff, to experience, to initiate, to be more expressive, to try things that you haven't tried before. So I hope that this video helped. I hope that it gave you some ways of looking at what is going on when people tell you, hey man, just talk more, or like loosen up a little bit. Like let's go experience things. Let's stop overthinking, stop overanalyzing, just go do it. Really take that as it's not changing you. It's adding more to your capabilities. It's realizing more of your potential. And if you do that, I think it's going to be a very helpful mind frame for when it's really time to do that, when you need to do something that's completely out of your comfort zone. You've done it before, you can do it again. All right? Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.